This is my patient Hadley. She's a 23-year-old female, and she came to me today with an ankle injury on her right foot. Currently, she's taking anti-inflammatories and also pain meds. She is unable to walk and hobbled on into the clinic, and there's clearly bruising and swelling on that right ankle. And she told me she heard it playing basketball. She had landed on an opponent's foot and felt a pop. So Hadley, I'm gonna have a couple questions for you. When did you hurt it and how?
I was playing basketball and I rolled it over an opponent's foot 3 days ago.
Okay, and you said you felt a pop, correct?
Yes.
Okay, how severe is your pain?
Honestly, it's pretty bad. I would say right now it's at like an 8. It's like super tight on the outside of my ankle, like going all the way down my leg. And it like feels like it's like radiating pain.
Okay, is there anything that makes the pain better?
I mean, yeah, it definitely makes it feel better to like stay off of it, and like I've been trying to rest it. It's been helping me to ice it, and I also have a brace of my mom's that I've been wearing, and the brace definitely helps.
Okay, and then does anything make your pain worse?
Yes, so even just like trying to put the slightest bit of like pressure or weight on it like really hurts. So walking is like awful, and if I like hit it against anything, like it really hurts.
Okay, well Hadley, today when we're testing you, I just want you to point out any pain you have and any tightness, tenderness, anything that you feel that doesn't feel normal or it makes your injury feel worse. I want you to tell me right away so we can help figure out and diagnose this injury. So the first thing I'm gonna do is an L4 test for dermatomes and myotomes, and I just wanna rule out any nerve damage to that right ankle. So first I'm gonna test on your other ankle. So Hadley, I'm gonna pass this off.
Okay.
Okay, so for Hadley's left ankle, I'm gonna have it in neutral, and I'm just gonna have you point your toes towards you. Perfect, that's the left ankle. And then look away, Hadley. Can you feel this?
Yes.
All over?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now with the right ankle, same thing, toe up. Okay. How was that? Was there pain?
Yeah, that feels really tight.
Okay. How's this?
Yeah, that's, I mean, I feel it, but that's definitely tender.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so Hadley was able to go in a slight dorsiflexion, and she was able to feel my fingers on the lateral part of her foot. So I don't think there's any nerve damage here, but there's definitely something going on because of the tenderness and obviously her being unable to go into dorsiflexion. Just hold it right there, Hadley.
Okay.
So now we're gonna do active range of motion and passive range of motion for Hadley. So for active range of motion, we're going to do inversion and dorsiflexion. So for inversion, I'm gonna get out my goniometer. Hadley, bring your foot up for me. I'm gonna put the moving arm over her second metatarsal. I'm gonna put the fulcrum right over her talus, and I'm gonna have the stationary arm going right up her fibula. So Hadley, I want you to point that big toe inward without your ankle rotating in too. Okay. Ooh. Go back for me, Hadley. Okay, so it's at 180 right now against that second metatarsal, so go ahead. Okay, so Hadley's right at about 160, 162, 163, so around 23 degrees of motion, which is normal. Now Hadley, I'm gonna try to test the other side. So go ahead and slowly bring this up. I'm gonna rest this right here. I'm gonna be real easy right here. Now, once again, this is at 180. Go ahead and try to turn that ankle in. And we can see Hadley is only at around 5 degrees. Now, don't hurt yourself. Go back. Just relax that ankle. Okay, now we're gonna test for dorsiflexion. So Hadley, go ahead and have this ankle in neutral. So the fulcrum is going to be right at the lateral malleolus. The stationary arm is going to be going up the lateral aspect of her leg, and the moving arm is going to be going right along the base of that fifth metatarsal. So go ahead and point your toes towards you, Hadley. Okay, so Hadley's right at 75, and we started at 90. So she's now, at 65, my bad. So she's now at 25 degrees of range of motion for dorsiflexion, which is in the normal range of motion. So now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So go ahead and just try to bring that up. So same thing, we're going to be right at 90. Go ahead and do the same thing, Hadley. And same thing, she can barely get to 5. She's right there at 86, so 4 degrees of range of motion for dorsiflexion. So she's almost 20 degrees off on that right ankle. The next thing we're going to do is manual muscle. Well, actually, let me go back and do passive range of motion for that right ankle real quick. So Hadley, I'm just going to grab the back of your heel and trying to bring this up into dorsiflexion. Let me know when you feel anything. Okay. Easy. Let me try on the other side. I'm going to bring it up. Hadley's has full range of motion, plantar and dorsiflexion here with passive range of motion. Okay, the next thing, Hadley, we're going to do manual muscle testing. So I'm going to have you go to the couch and hang your legs off the side.
Okay.
Yeah. Hadley's clearly limping. Tough to get over there. Okay, so this is going to be a manual muscle test for dorsiflexion. So Hadley, I'm going to have you point that left ankle up towards you. All the way. Perfect. Back down. Once again. So this is at least a grade 3. She's able to come all the way up, full range of motion. Now, Hadley, let's see that right ankle. Okay. That hurt her. She's going back down. And I wouldn't even say that's a grade 1. I think she fell on the dorsiflexion. She wasn't able to do anything against gravity. So that's a grade 0. She failed for that. So now, Hadley, I'm going to have you turn on your right side. So turn this side over. Lay on this hip. And now we're going to do inversion for manual muscle tests. So with this left foot, I want you to turn it inwards towards you. All right, back. Nope, downwards this way. And back up. It's a smaller movement. There's not much range of motion. All right, good. Now flip over and let's test the other ankle. Okay, same thing.
Oh, I can't. That feels like really tight.
Okay. And we can see all the bruising, the tenderness. Even as you fill up in here, everything feels swollen. So Hadley, I'm going to have you stay there for our first special test. Go on your back. Yep. And slide down just a little more for me. And also, Hadley, I'm going to have you filled in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the anterior drawer for the ankle. So I'm going to have Hadley's ankle resting on my forearm, holding the back of her ankle. And I'm going to bring down her ankle into plantar flexion and see if I feel any laxity. I'm really looking for laxity on the ATFL, the anterior tibiofibular ligament, because that's where all the bruising and swelling is on the right ankle. Okay. Now I'm going to be easy with this ankle, Hadley.
Sorry, we have a dog.
You're good. All right, same thing. I'm going to bring in the plantar flexion, and already I feel disconnection on this side. Her ankle is trying to resist any motion, and really the biggest thing I feel is laxity. So this test is positive for an ankle sprain if I feel laxity. So now I'm going to have Hadley get up and get back into the seat for the next 3 special tests. I got it.
Excuse me.
Okay, the next special test we're gonna have is the Taylor tilt test. So I'm gonna bring Hadley's ankle up into dorsiflexion, and I'm gonna invert this ankle to see if I feel any laxity, like right here on the outside, and I don't. Testing on the other side, when I bring this into inversion,
Ouch.
she feels pain, and it's very lax on this side. She has way more range of motion when I'm doing this passive range of motion of inversion. The next thing I'm gonna do is the tap test, just to rule out any fractures. I'm just gonna tap on Hadley's metatarsals. Do you feel any pain?
Nope.
All right, let's tap on this other side. Any pain, even the slightest?
It's pretty tender.
Okay, good. Now this isn't ruling in or out a fracture, because this could be a fracture or a sprain. The last thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna test on the unaffected side, Hadley. This is a Liz Frank fracture test. I'm gonna put my hands over her toes, grab the back of her ankle, and bring her into plantar flexion like this. This would also be positive for fractures. Let's try this side, Hadley. How's that?
I don't feel much of anything.
Okay. The last thing we're gonna do are palpations and performance measures. So for the palpations, I'm gonna start on this side. I'm gonna feel her lateral malleolus. I'm gonna feel the base of their fifth metatarsal, her medial malleolus. Go anteriorly and inferiorly to her navicular, which you can see right here. And then on the other side, I'm gonna go down from her lateral malleolus, find this gully, and feel along the ATFL. And Hadley didn't reciprocate any pain there. So let's try the other side. Lateral, how's that feel?
Oh, that is really tender.
Okay. How's this down here?
Yeah, that's pretty bad. It feels really tight and stiff.
All right, medial.
Yeah, it hurts.
Okay. Navicular.
It's definitely tender.
Okay. I'm gonna go down this gully and feel the ATFL. How's that? Okay. All right. 2 more things I'm gonna have you do, Hadley. I'm gonna take the camera. All right. So go ahead, stand facing that chair. I'm gonna have you put your hands on that chair, and I want you to try to do a single leg balance on your left foot. Just balance. You don't need to do a heel raise. Just balance on that left foot. How's that? Fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, real easily, I want you to try the other foot.
Okay. Oh, I don't think I can.
Okay. Let's try one more thing. Let's do a heel raise with the left foot.
Okay.
Hold that at the top. All right, back down. Let's try that right foot. I know the last one hurt, but let's just try. If it hurts, just stop.
Oh, yeah. No, I really can't do more than that.
Okay. So Hadley, go ahead and take a seat. I'm going to tell you what your diagnosis is. So I believe you have a lateral ankle sprain on that right ankle due to the not reaching the respective range of motions, the anterior drawer test, the Taylor tilt test, and you being unable to produce a heel raise or being able to stand on that leg, and also the palpations, bruising, swelling, being able to walk around. So if I were you, I would go and get an MRI to see what grade of ankle sprain you have, because I cannot say that definitively. But thank you for coming in today and seeing me. Thank you for the good semester.